Good evening, everyone. This is another broadcast from where I sit. I'm your host, Dr. C. It is Sunday evening, August 10th, Sunday evening, August 10th. Want to welcome you guys for another broadcast. I wanted to do a follow up broadcast from my very successful outing at the new Black Wall Street Market over at Stonecrest, 8109 Mall Parkway, Stonecrest, Georgia 30038. By the way, I'm going to share the telephone number with you guys again. It's 770-559-9610. That's 770-559-9610. It's the new Black Wall Street Markets over in Stonecrest, near the Stonecrest Mall, of course, and also near Lithonia, Georgia. Um, Before we get into what we're going to talk about the marketplace, I did want to share an experience with all of you that I think is very, very important. As you guys know, Dr. C drives a truck proudly. I am a proud truck driver. And I've been off for the past couple of weeks. I had a medical emergency a couple of weeks ago in the truck, and I've been off waiting to get some glasses so I can pass my DOT physical. But the good news about being off is that I have been able to accomplish a lot of things that ultimately is where Dr. C is going to end up. As you guys know, Dr. C is an author. He's written several books, have a lot of other books that are on the way. And I went up to, of course, the new Black Wall Street and Stonecrest and sold my books up there at the booth. I shared you guys a lot of videos, and thank you all of you who have been following me. Excuse me, following me with the videos that I posted last Wednesday. It's been a lot of fun. I had a great time up there, and so I think that the Lord is leading me into a probably a much more prosperous path and a path where I'm going to do a lot of good for our community. And of course, I'm not going to shy away from that. But the good news for today is I was able to go to church. I went to the New Bethel AME Church. Says it's on, I forget where they say where it was, but it's down there. It says it's Lithonia. If any of you are familiar with the scenic highway, it's a very long highway. In fact, scenic highway runs from all the way up in Snellville and into all the way up into Lawrenceville, where I live, and then all the way down to Stonecrest, where the new Black Wall Street market is. And I went to church today, the new Bethel AME Church, and it was a wonderful service. I am so pleased that I've been led to worship there today. I am a member of that church. It's just been a really long time since I've been back. And I'm really glad that I made it back to New Bethel AME Church. It was a wonderful service. By the way, if any of you who are AME or otherwise and would like to look for a new church home, I highly recommend a New Bethel AME Church. Come on out, worship with us. They got a new pastor there. Had a great sermon. He was talking about us, God's children, focusing on the one important thing. And of course, that is a relationship with God Almighty. It was a compelling church service. I was glad I was there. I am definitely going to go back, God willing, if I'm off on Sundays in the very near future. And I expect to be. I will be making my way back there. And of course, I'll be trying to bring my family with me. But it was a great church service. Well done. New Bethel AME Church in Lithonia, right there on Scenic Highway. Um, So actually, it's probably closer to Centerville. It's in that area. For those of you who are listening to this sound of my voice and you live in the Lithonia area or Centerville or anywhere near Scenic Highway, you guys kind of know where I'm talking about. So anyway, had a great service there. I was really happy to be there. I will be coming back and I will be talking about these church services. Church services at 9:30 in the morning. Um, Things have really changed since the last time that I really had made it to church on a regular basis. I'm glad I made it today, and we need people to come back to church. Specifically, we need young families with your children to come out and worship with us. Had a good crowd today, but I am here to tell you, unfortunately, and this might be indicative of a lot of Black churches out there where you have the usual middle-aged to older African Americans coming to church, predominantly African American women. We had a smattering of older African American men around the church. It was predominantly made up of mostly women. The head pastor and his associate pastors are also made up of mostly women. We need to get men back out into the church, and we need young families to come back to church. I think that you'll be pleasantly surprised if you come back out and join us. I just wanted to talk about that first before I get to the review of how things went Wednesday. Of course, I did share a lot of videos with you guys, but I got some follow up information I want to share with all of you, and I'm going to do that right now. So, of course, we're talking about the new Black Wall Street Market over at Stonecrest, Georgia. Dr. C was there in full capacity with some product, with my books and some artwork. Represented by Christopher Studios is my very, 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 very small business. And we were there, and I had an absolute blast there. Can't wait to get back. And I wanted to share some of the pictures of the actual market on the inside. These pictures here are some older pictures. And then I'm going to talk about what the place kind of looks like right now. Now, they do have a main thoroughfare. This was by the way, an old Target shopping center up there in Stonecrest. They did a really good job of remodeling it to turning into a bit of a mall, which is what it looks like. And based on some of these pictures, you'll see a lot of retailers. You'll see a lot of clothiers where they sell a lot of clothing, mostly female clothing. For those, look, I'm going to say this right now, ladies. And by the way, I'm talking about ladies of any ethnic background. Y'all need to come on out here to the new Black Wall Street Market in Stonecrest and see for yourself some of the retailers that are out here. They got some great product. You will definitely want to come on out and check it out. In fact, I'm hopefully next week, I'm going to treat my wife and bring her out to the market and let her do a little shopping. Now, of course, I'm going to say to let her do a little shopping. By the way, Dr. C doesn't let his wife do anything. She does whatever she wants, and she pretty much rules me. Happy wife, happy life, guys. By the way, that's good advice for anybody who's married. Happy wife, happy life. Now, of course, as fellas, I'm not asking you to bend over backwards to become, where you lose your masculinity. I'm asking you to do that, but I am asking you, hey, keep your wives and your girlfriends and your fiancés or whatever, keep them happy. When they're happy, you're happy. Anyway, so these are some of the pictures of the market. I want to focus your attention on the middle picture here. And the reason why, this is called Artist Row. And I had the pleasant opportunity to meet a couple of people and a couple of artists that have their art on display there. And I've been invited. Oh, I'm so happy and so pleased. God does work in mysterious ways. I've been invited to show and display my artwork at the gallery that is on Artist Row. That's this picture in the middle. So I'm really looking forward to being able to do that. Like I said, I had a great time. I had a great time intermingling with the other retailers that are out there who were very, very helpful, and talking to the leadership and the operations managers and everything who were also very, very helpful. They went out of the way to make me feel welcome there, even though I was a pop up. But because it was such a great day for me, I will definitely be back. So here I have more pictures. I just kind of want to show you guys some of the artwork that's available here. Of course, in these the retailers, the regular retailers that are here every day. Of course, their product changes from time to time. And by the way, I got to tell you right now, these pictures, things are going to be different if you were to go this week or next week or whatever. You'll see that things do look different, but the amount or the array or the product mix for a lot of these retailers are outstanding. You are definitely going to be pleasantly surprised if you come on out and see for yourself. So here are some of the other pictures of the retailers. Now, Dr. C, while he was there this past Wednesday, I had the opportunity to sell about 6 books, which I'm very happy and pleased with. I was hoping to sell more, but I'll settle for 6. It was a good deal, right? I was informed that from the operations managers that a lot of new pop-ups don't sell anything for the first time around. So I think that was a blessing on our part. And so we're happy to get the sales that we were able to get. Obviously, the next time we come on out to the new Black Wall Street Market in Stonecrest, we are looking to be a little more successful than we were our first time out. Anyway, let's see here. What else we have to share with you guys other than the pictures? Let's see. One more thing that I wanted to share with you that I think is important while I was there. Obviously, I did do some networking with a lot of the other people that were out there. And then I met a woman out there who was holding a Black author forum in October. And of course, I've been asked by her to participate in that as well. And I will be participating. Hopefully by that time, I will have all of my other books that are in the pipeline right now will be published and ready for sale. And we will make sure that we have these other books ready to go. So you'll be hearing from me in terms of what we're going to be doing with our business, in terms of selling our artwork and our books that Dr. C writes. But we're also going to be talking about the new Black Wall Street Market here in Stonecrest as well. We're going to be talking about them a lot. And the main reason why we're going to do that is because, as I've said before, and I will continue to say so, is that we need to take care of our own communities. Black folks taking care of Black folks. And in regards to the political environment that we are in right now, it is absolutely necessary for us to be looking out for each other. Last week, I had mentioned to you guys talking about the Black Wall Street over in Oklahoma, right? The main reason why the Black Wall Street in Tulsa, I think it's Tulsa, Oklahoma, the reason why they were so successful because we weren't allowed to participate in the marketplace anywhere else unless it was in our own marketplace where Black people were selling to Black people and Black people patronizing Black businesses. That's the reason why they became so successful. Also, that is the reason why white supremacists of that time found it very necessary to tear that market down, to destroy the excellence that we built there. And we can do it again. Now, I'm going to go back to this photograph or to this slide where you can see these photographs. And as you take a look, we'll probably see that there was a lot of activity in these pictures prior to last Wednesday when I was up at the new Black Wall Street Market. As I've said before, there are a lot of empty booths in this retail space. Okay. And even though I was there Wednesday and they had a concert at the Pink Lion, and by the way, I just found out that they have a concert every Wednesday from 12 until I think about 3 or 4 for seniors at the Pink Lion every Wednesday. It was rocking. And of course, there were some people there. It turned out to be a pretty decent day for some of the other retailers as well. But that is not always the case. From what I understand and from what I heard from some of the fellow retailers that were out there last Wednesday, they all told me that the best days are Friday, Saturday, and sometimes Sunday. Now, this marketplace is open on Wednesdays, it's open on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturday, and Sunday. They are closed Monday and Tuesday, but they are open from Wednesday through Sunday. And then Friday and Saturday and sometimes Sunday are the best days. And I was also told that could also sometimes be hit or miss. Now, why am I telling you guys about all of this? I'm telling you this because as much money as African Americans spend, you would think that these fledgling, some of them are fledgling, but these African American, these Black small businesses would do better with the amount of money that African Americans spend. We don't spend our money with other Black retailers. We tend to spend our money, which is much more convenient for us, in i.e., whereas we can probably get a better deal. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is we are spending our money with white businesses, Latino businesses, Asian businesses, but not with Black businesses. Which is the reason why, a dollar earned in the African-American community tends to stay in the African-American community in less than an hour. I mentioned that last week. It is true. African-Americans, by contrast to that, we spend about $1 trillion a year. That's how much money we spend every year. Around $1 trillion a year. We spend so much money that we could make up the GDP for more than half the countries on this planet. I want you to think about that for a moment. And who's getting all that money? Not us. Now, I've heard these kinds of complaints, and yes, I have made these kinds of complaints in the past myself. Well, I would shop at Black businesses if their customer service was just a little bit better. Yes, that's true. But it is up to all of us to ensure that our Black businesses not only thrive, but offer the best shopping experiences for all of us. It is up to all of us to ensure that that happens. Okay? I've had a lot of people come by my booth last Wednesday, and all they wanted to do was just come and talk to me. I could just, hey, if you're not going to buy anything, keep it moving. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sit there and stand there and talk with the potential customers and these neighbors of mine. They may not have bought last Wednesday, but probably the next time I come out there, and I'm hoping to come out next Saturday, that they'll be back and they'll probably buy something. And they'll probably come back as long as I am giving them good customer service. Every business needs to do that. Okay. And by the way, Black customers, don't always come, hey, hook me up. We can't, as small business owners, can't always hook you up, right? We're in business to make a profit. That's what being in business is all about. So you need to take that into consideration. We will hook you up when we are able to hook you up. And if we can hook you up, that doesn't mean that you just stroll on by. Still, consider us. Our great products and our great service. Okay, I will get off the soapbox now. Anyway, these are the items I had for sale this past Wednesday. The book Touched got a lot of, now we weren't really featuring that book last Wednesday, but I got a lot of people asking questions about it, which was cool. Of course, our featured book was Trucking Across America. And so that's what we sold. We sold 6 copies of Trucking Across America. We're very proud about that fact. And the other cool thing about being able to come back is that Dr. C is going to bring more artwork, and these are 3 of the other pieces that we're going to bring with us, hopefully next Saturday. So you guys be looking for it. Yes, Dr. C loves to do abstract work, and these are some of the other 3 pieces that I'll have on display for you guys. Come on out. Let's talk price. Let's make a deal, right? But again, my primary focus is obviously selling books. Now, Touched is out. You could buy that on Amazon.com along with Trucking Across America. Those 2 books are available for sale right now. But I do want to talk about these other offerings. Trucking Across Alabama, I just completed that book. It is being worked on in terms of illustrations and editing and all of that. I am hoping that this book will be available for sale probably by the end of this month. I just finished Trucking Across Georgia last week while I was when I had, when it was slow over at the New Black Wall Street Market. I went on ahead and was working on that book, and I just completed it. And that one's going to be submitted probably tomorrow for it to get worked on, edited, and get the illustrations ready to go as well. So those 2 books by October, I know for a fact will be ready. Okay. This weekend, I've been working on Trucking Across Pennsylvania and Alaska. And yes, I have another book that's called Touched again that is available. There's a lot more poetry and writing in this book than Touched. Touched is a small offering of probably around 60 to maybe to 65 pages. Touched again is going to be doubled, more than doubled that size. It's probably going to be about 150 pages. So these are the books I'm working on, and I am working diligently to make sure that these books are going to be available for the African American Black Author Symposium that's going to be held at the New Black Wall Street Market in October. Dr. C is going to be there with all of his books. You guys come on out and see all of the Black authors. So these are all the items that I have for sale. I wanted to give you updates on how things went from last Wednesday, and I'm really excited about where God is leading me. And I'm asking you, my potential customers, to be part of this journey with me. To end with, and I'm going to sign off shortly, but I want to end with this. It has a lot to do with what went on at church service earlier today. The pastor said something that was really, really interesting. And he basically said, in one of his points that he was trying to make in his sermon was, do you want to dwell with the Lord, or do you want to drift from the Lord? And he highlighted the differences between the two. To dwell is to be anchored, to have a home base, to be welcomed at home, to have comfort food, or all of these things. To dwell is to be linked with something that is good. To drift is the complete opposite of that. When you are drifting along, you have a tendency to be lost. I don't want to be lost. You don't want to be lost. It is better if we dwell with the Lord, with our community. And I will end it with this. The Black community, throughout our history in this land, it was our community. The dwelling of us in our community is what has kept us strong. And we need to be dwelling with the Lord right now, because that is the one thing that is going to keep us strong. I will say this, and I think that you feel it too. This country that we're living in right now is lost. It is adrift. That doesn't mean that we have to be lost and adrift with it. We need to rely on each other, support each other, love each other, right? We need to, shall I say it, worship with each other. Let's just be real. This is what has sustained us in the past, and this will sustain us in the future. Okay? That's all I really wanted to share with y'all. Anyway, I will see you soon. Once again, from where I sit. These videos are, I don't want to say that they're random, but I like to post them whenever I get a chance and opportunity to do so. And I was able to do that this weekend because I'm off, right? So we'll be posting again. I will keep you abreast of where we are going to be with our next pop-up. In fact, I believe it's either going to be Monday or Tuesday. Hopefully, I will be down at the Kroger down here in Grayson, which is near where I live, and I will have a table available to sell books down there as well. I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm also working with the Gwinnett County Public Library to do some book readings with the kids at some of the libraries. I'm working on that as well. And we are also still continuing on working on getting Touched and Trucking Across America and our other book offerings available on Ingram Sparks as well. So we will keep you abreast of all of that. Thank you guys for joining me this evening, and we will see you soon from another episode from Where I Sit. You guys have a great evening.